Today feels peaceful, um, but tomorrow starts a brand new week, and it's one of the most important stretches of my life. Actually, it might be the most important um, because I have to put everything into what I do to study for this comprehensive exam. And the comprehensive exam is on Friday. There are no excuses now. And I can't wait until tomorrow. I have to put in a lot of effort just to make sure I do it. If I want to be a PhD candidate, I have to earn it. Um, I have to put in a lot of effort into it so that when I walk into the exam, I know exactly everything that's going on, and I gave it everything that I could. Um, this is bigger than the exam I took before, which is the FE exam. The FE exam um, was important, and I plan to take it again in the future. But the comprehensive exam is basically whether I could move forward in the doctoral program and become a PhD candidate. So that's why this season requires all my time and attention. And so I know it won't be easy, and there's some concepts I have to review. There's some practice problems I have to complete. There's some notes I have to organize, but um, I know this for a fact. I can do it. Not because it's easy, but because I'm willing to work extremely hard for it. So what I decided to do is fast. I want to fast today. Um, and I've already fasted. I only had some things to drink. I had a smoothie, I had water, things to drink, like a protein drink. But I'm not going to eat today. I'm not going to eat popcorn. Um, but, you know, tomorrow, if I'm not fasting, I might be able to eat something. But tonight and today, I won't fast. I mean, today I will fast. I'm sorry. I'll fast today. And maybe I will not fast tomorrow. I don't know. But it's not all about just skipping food. Um, it's about removing those distractions and reminding myself that craving doesn't deserve always an immediate response. So it's giving me the space to think more clearly and to be intentional. Discipline isn't something that you practice while you just study. It's something that you practice in terms of like the whole entire day. And so tonight, when I go to this movie theater and watch a movie, I'm not gonna eat any popcorn. I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna eat it. Um, it sounds like a small decision, but it is important as part of the bigger commitment that I have for myself. Every small decision adds up. Every healthy choice builds momentum. And I'm so glad today I was being healthy. I went on a run. Um, so, yeah, I'm doing my best to be healthy, especially when you go to the doctor and they tell you that your cholesterol is a little bit higher. I'm trying to improve on that. Um, but every decision adds up, and you got to be healthy. Every healthy choice builds momentum. And instead of eating because everyone else is eating, I have to focus on the bigger picture and just stay hydrated and take care of myself. Um, I can't just indulge on every impulse. It's about preparing my mind for what is ahead. And the thing I've learned from these past several months is that preparation isn't just academic, it's physical, it's mental, it's spiritual. It's making sure that you take care of yourself. Sleep matters, nutrition matters, exercise matters, rest matters, focus matters. You know, all those things are important. And when they come together, you will be trying to perform at your highest level. So I know I need to prioritize sleep. It's hard getting rest when you have a test coming up, but that's my goal. I'm going to get some more rest and sleep. I'm not going to worry about all these other tasks that I have. Like, for instance, I was thinking about doing music. I'm not going to worry about that until after I take my exam because why would I add more to the plate? I'm not going to worry about research. I've already taken a break from research since last week because I had to take some time to actually put an effort to study for this exam. And I've been studying hard. Um, I tell everyone that I know that I haven't been studying hard enough, but I know in my heart that I've been studying hard. And sometimes, everything is requiring an increase, You got to be a little bit more intentional about what you do. I know previously, I think it was sometime uh, the week before last week, um, there was this one Friday, and I was doing research. And after I did the research, I left the research lab, and I noticed that someone was still in their particular office, and they were working on studying for the exam. And so I was tired, and I had things to do like getting the car washed or getting some gas and stuff like that. And so I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna talk to them. Um, I'm just gonna focus on what I gotta do. And I kind of regret that because at any time, if you're tired and exhausted, sometimes you still have to keep on going. Even if you think that people are not going to study with you, you got to make every effort to study with people. You cannot take a break and just decide, oh, it's going to be whatever. Because honestly, it would be so easy for you to not do well on the exam. I'll just be honest. Like, if you don't put in effort, you will not do well. So that's why I have to put in effort. Um, so I just want to make sure that I do everything I need to, but also I don't want to walk into this exam extremely exhausted, and I don't want to neglect my health, which is why it was kind of a good thing, but also it was not a good thing to kind of neglect studying for the exam with that person. So that whole weekend was kind of weird for me because I didn't really do that much. But the goal is um, I need to be alert. I need to be focused. I need to be grounded. And that is why, you know, there's this one word that's been coming back to me lately, and that word is grounded. You know, being grounded means I have to remember what matters the most, and I have to understand and know my priorities. It means refusing to let distractions pull me away from what I've committed myself to doing. And being grounded also means remembering that I don't have to do everything alone. This is the thing that has been bothering me for pretty much a year or two. I I wonder about like friendships and trying to be in a relationship, thinking, "Oh, is being in a relationship a good thing for me?" I don't know. Um, but I know one thing. I know right now one of my greatest sources of strength is my family, and they encourage me. They pray for me. They believe in me. Um, and that support is a lot more than I actually realize. I can't carry every burden by myself. Um, and the goal is not to necessarily try to find people that you can have as a support system. The goal is to be that support for someone else and for them to trust you enough so that you could actually feed off of each other. The goal is to make sure that you're in a good spot so that you can be open and receptive of other people coming into your life, um, and you helping them out. Um, you know, for friendships, I'm in a different season, and I don't have any close friends. I don't have any friends, but that's okay. This isn't the season where I'm trying to build a large social circle. This is the season where I'm trying to build myself. And after my comprehensive exam, I'll be more open to meeting people and forming friendships. Um, maybe investing in relationships. But first, I need to be the kind of person that is ready for these relationships. So that's why I have to focus on trying to build myself up now. Then I'll be open to friendships. Um, the goal isn't to really receive support, it's to be someone who is capable of giving that support. Like I said, you got to give real support and consistent and reliable support. Um, I can't pour into someone else if I'm running on empty myself. And that's why this season is about rebuilding. It's about strengthening my mind, strengthening my discipline, strengthening my health, strengthening my relationship with God, strengthening my future. Um, Making sure you have some people in your life that will actually help get you in the right direction. Because when I'm standing on solid ground, I'll have something meaningful to offer other people. And sometimes building my life takes longer than I expect. It probably takes another year. It might take several years. It might take my whole life. Something that I'll have to continue doing. Um, and that's a good thing. I gotta build myself. I mean, growth isn't something you finish; it's something that you continue. So each season teaches you something more. Um, I just know that I have to build on myself before being with other people, and I have to determine within myself if I'm ready to accept other people in my life. Um, Growth is something that you don't just finish; it's something you continue, and you got to continue with every season. This particular season is teaching me discipline. It's teaching me patience. It's teaching me sacrifice. And it's teaching me that becoming the person I want to be requires I'm intentional about every single day in the choices that I make. So tomorrow starts this whole new week. It'll be Monday tomorrow. So I need to focus on studying so that on Friday I'll be in a good spot. And then, of course, next week I have the next exam on Tuesday. So I need to be in a good spot for those two exams. I have to focus, I have to be disciplined, and really be prepared. Um, these are crucial. If I don't prepare, then I will not be in a good spot. I've learned about preparing myself for things. I've learned that having a planner is extremely important. I've learned that when you go on vacation, you need to have an itinerary. You can't just do whatever. You got to have some itinerary. I know people around you will want to do their own thing, and you have to be adjusting to them. But at least you had an itinerary and a list of things to do in order to, be open and receptive about other people and what they want to do. So when I look back from years from now, um, I would say that I hope that this one week that I'm getting ready to step into would have changed my life. Not because it was easy, but because I wanted to stay grounded and stay focused and move with purpose and giving everything I got to this opportunity of passing the comprehensive exam. So that's my hope. So we'll see how it goes. Thank you for listening. A boost to my ego out.